Hello again, Broncos Country.
Really excited to chop up some Broncos with you all this week.
Bourbon, Broncos, and no BS.
It is the time, your favorite time of the week. We're not for the Raiders, Chargers, or Chiefs. So grab your brews and your fantasy league. We got that blue and orange blood that you bleed. The most loyal fans there ever could be. We are that mile high Broncos country.
Orange Weekly. Fans, brews, and Broncos news. Broncos Country, what is up? It is time to ride. My name is Kevin and welcome to Tailgate Talk here at Orange Weekly. You know what? The other guys are just so excited that they've already been drinking and they're watching the game, the pregame. They're doing their own stuff that we had to kind of dig to the bottom a little bit, and we got a Seahawks fan. Yeah, I thought it'd be cool to get a Seahawks fan perspective, but not our number one choice, if you will. But no, Cody, I am glad to see you here back on the show, man. How you doing tonight, man?
Doing fantastic, brother. How about yourself? You excited for some football?
Dude, I mean, it was great to watch football yesterday, but still is it's not our day yet,
Well, now it is.
Exactly.
Now it is our day, and there was some brutal football that was played this weekend. So hopefully we don't we can at least top Sunday night football.
All I'm saying is hopefully our kickers got some extra practice in today, because after seeing yesterday, I don't want to see any kicking shenanigans tonight. I don't know about you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Allison, how you doing? Glad you're here. Hey, if everyone, if you're watching for the first time, glad you're here. Post your comments, post your questions. We're all about talking with you, not at you. We want to hear your thoughts on the game. We're going to talk about what we both expect to see from both sides of the ball. And we're going to give our score predictions at the end of the show. So go ahead and post your own score predictions. Now, here at Orange Weekly, if you post a score prediction and you're correct with the Broncos winning, you will win some awesome Broncos gear and some Orange Weekly gear. We've only had one winner before, but I think it's pretty cool that you post that, and then just if you are right, send us a message because we get a ton of predictions there. So, hey guys, I got the score right. Here's a screenshot or whatever the case is. But make sure you go and post your score predictions. We'll share those at the end of the game. We'll share ours at the end of the game as well. But yeah, so Michael, glad you're here as well. And last thing before we get going, hit that share button, hit that like button. But once again, glad you're all here today. Okay, Cody. So we're gonna start with you, buds. Here it is. Russell Wilson back in his old stadium now. What are you thinking? What's the first thing that kind of comes across your mind when you're thinking about tonight's game?
Well, definitely love the NFL. Love the fact that they love having a storyline. So it's absolutely fantastic to have Russell week one with the new team. So I'm hoping that he has a little bit of rust and still hasn't quite gotten fully clicking with your guys' wide receiver. Otherwise, I think this would be a rough day at the office. Excited to have him back. He was a fantastic quarterback with us for 10 years. Hated to see him go, but at the same time, we've had a lot of conflicts over the years, the let Russ cook era, Legion of Boom issues. So, I know I'll miss him, but at the same time, I wish him nothing but the best. He went from one, solid organization to another, so I can't really complain on that front. And I wish him nothing but the best, just not the best tonight.
I gotcha. Rob's here. Rob is at the bar, getting ready for the game. Glad you're here. We got Keith and Bo with some score predictions. Again, I'll post those up here at the end of the show, or near the end of the show. So what I like about your perspective is how there's still that level of respect for Russ, right? You're like, obviously I don't want to see him do well tonight, but in general, I want him to do well. Now reports were that during the practices this week, our head coach was, Rob, if you want to try, if you think it's quiet enough, we could try to add you in. They were actually pumping in not just stadium noise and fan noise, but they're also piping in boos as well to try and get them used to that. I mean, what do you think about that? Are there gonna be a lot of boos? And I guess where's the disconnect there between fans like you that are still like, hey, loved him, appreciate everything he did with us, hope, wish him the best, and these people that are like, no, screw you, dude,
I mean, it could be a somewhat of a toxic environment. I mean, even Pete Carroll said earlier this week, he's going to leave it up to the 12s, is how he put it. The energy that the 12s are going to bring is the same energy he's going to bring, which he said it could go either way. He made the coy comment of he thinks the 12s will make the right decision. However, recently we just had, as I told you guys last week, the Seattle Storm game where it was Sue Bird's last game, and Russell came on to give her a congratulations, and they booed him out the arena, up on the Videotron. Seattle fans, we've had a mixed bag everywhere from welcoming Griffey back with open arms to obviously when we got rid of A-Rod back in the day, he got, rained with boos, being called Payrod. So it's going to be really interesting. I don't really know what we're going to get. I like to think that I used to play the game, so I have a level of respect for the players that are actually professionals that do this for a living, and I look at it as a little bit, of a fan of, hey, he brought us our one and only Super Bowl, so I'll always have respect for him, but, we'll see. I mean, we're going to be passionate. We're going to be loud. I definitely think it'll be a mixed bag. I hope he gets more cheers than boos, but, when you start drinking $15 vitamin R's in Seattle, it can change your personality a little bit. So we'll see. Yeah. I'm excited for the game, because at the end of the day, you guys definitely on paper look like definitely the better team. But, when we play at Lumen Field, it's a tough game no matter who we play. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, and then you add in the fact that it's week one, and how many weird things do we see go on in week one in general?
Absolutely.
So there's always the potential for the upset. It's going to be, it has me worried is where I'm coming from there. just in that regard. You're right. If this was a week 2 or later matchup, there'd be no question, but the fact it's week 1, you never know. One sec. I'll get the link to you, Rob, here in a few.
And one of the things about Seattle, too, that I think is going to be really underrated this year is how fast our defense got. I mean, losing Bobby, we lost some big names, but with Darryl Taylor and now having Jordan Brooks, we just got a lot more speed in our linebacker position. And then our cornerbacks got better. For us, we saw in preseason. Yeah, it's still preseason, but we got back to what makes Seattle, which is long, rangy cornerbacks.
Okay.
We set the precedence for that across the NFL, making that happen. And now a lot of people have adopted the same thing. Jamal Adams is back healthy.
Yeah.
Knocking on wood. So I'm excited to see our defense play. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how our offense goes. Obviously with when you start off week 1 with Geno Smith, there are concerns.
So I was going to ask you about that. So obviously I'm sure Broncos country this is the first time in Broncos country we haven't had a quarterback battle in 6 years, 5 years. And so now I don't think we were actually saying it out loud, but a lot of us were actually really closely following the Seahawks quarterback battle because of Drew Lock, right? So, what are your thoughts on, anything you saw or heard from training camp and everything that led to the Geno Smith being the starter decision?
Well, a lot of the rumor mills was that he, he got COVID during the preseason, so that cost him a game and a week of practice, and he couldn't overcome that. So obviously he didn't outshine him really in any facet of the game. He did Drew Lock things, right? Which is he has that arm talent, that gunslinger mentality. And there's Rob. Cheers, Rob.
Gentlemen, what's going on? Live here from Wingnuts in St. George, Utah. How you boys doing?
We're doing
fantastic.
Great.
Love it.
I don't know if you can tell, but I woke up this morning, I sprang out of bed, and I said, it's motherfucking game day. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's ride.
Let's ride for you guys.
That's right. I'm only going to be in here for just a minute, so I just wanted to hop in and say what's up to you fellas. Best of luck tonight to you there, Cody.
Appreciate it. Same to you. That's a nice jersey you got on there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Broke it out fresh and clean. Just a couple things. Just as I'm watching the pregame here, Russ looks very calm, very cool, very collected.
Good.
The guys on the sideline look amped up. I saw a smile on Nathaniel Hackett's face, giving Russ a hug, and I'm sure he's telling him, you got this. In the bag. We're gonna do our very best. But I'm excited. I've been looking at the clock all day at work, looking at my watch, looking at the clock. Let's get this shit on. Show on the road, baby. Let's go.
Way to correct yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I
try. No, you're good. You're good. That's and I'm going to talk about kind of what some more of my specific worries that might fall on the Russell Wilson side of things. And a lot of it we've talked at length about, right? The way the Broncos practiced during training camp, which was not a lot of intensity. And how is that going to translate on the field? None of the 7-on-7 drills. Apparently we were the only team that didn't do any 7-on-7 drills. And that apparently was a big deal. It may be, maybe it is. We go out there and we look like crap, and everyone's going to end up going to be saying
because of the 7-on-7.
It was because of the 7-on-7s, because that's the one thing we didn't do compared to all of the other teams. So, if something goes wrong, knock on wood, that somebody out there is going to be saying, if they only had done that, or if they didn't have that fun day that they had, that day off that they had or something, So I don't know, but yeah, man, it is good to see that they're relaxed, they're out there, they're ready to go, and get this hopefully a good win for us, man.
Well, one thing you guys got going for you, right? So he's a new head coach, right? This is his first team he's ever head coached, right?
Yep.
Well,
correct.
They were 4 for 4 this weekend, the new head coaches.
True.
4
Yes,
for 4.
sir.
So
Let's make
you
it
don't want your guy to be
5-0,
that
baby.
guy. I was gonna say you don't want your guy to be that guy. The only
Right.
first year coach.
No, actually, the Raiders lost. But that wasn't his first time head coaching.
It wasn't his first.
Yeah, that's not-
I always
he's a new head
black
coach, but
out
he's not his
those
first.
years that McDaniels was our head coach.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
It's like, oh yeah,
Like,
he was
course
that.
we do,
you should be
Kevin.
quite familiar with that guy.
Of course we do. Those were dark times. We don't bring those up, Kevin. You know the rule.
I do know the rules. He who shall not be named.
Yes.
Clayton, how you doing? Glad you're here. Anthony with the score prediction, 31-10 Broncos. David, donkeys and seagulls irrelevant.
Oh, that's one of my old buddies from Canada, from
I
the north. He's a
disagree,
Chargers fan. We won't, he's all about losing football games.
Oh, yeah.
The worst
Yeah.
way possible.
Chargers are going to charge her.
Hey,
It doesn't matter
Chargers
how
are going
good
to
you
know
charge.
what?
They did get the dub. They did get the dub this week, but don't worry.
You know what? I gotta give it to them. The Chargers look good, and in my opinion, they look better than the Raiders did, and that scares me. But one other thing that and your brother brought this up, Kevin, is the amount of soft tissue injuries that guys are having from not practice or not playing in the preseason.
Yep.
I'm a little worried about that. I'm hoping for the best, knock on wood, obviously. But that is something that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye out as this game goes on tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
sure.
I mean, you had Mitchell go down. You had Keenan Allen with a hamstring. I mean, we had some big names already. I mean, not big name, but like star players going down for their teams already week 1. And the NFL is doing everything they can, right? All right, we're going to have shorter preseason, so we're only going to do 3 games now. It'll save injuries, but hey, man, it's a brutal sport, and everybody's getting, people are getting lit up. And then, we just got TJ Watt there with a torn pec, possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible.
Yeah. So, and then so we're going back to what did we see with Drew Lock from our perspective?
Yeah.
Honestly, was just that, he was gone for half the preseason, and then we had him in there. Yeah, he made a couple throws that make you kind of blink and go, man, that was right on the money. And then he threw 3 of them into the defender's chest. Not letting our guys get out of the breaks. A little bit was on our wideouts not having the timing either. They weren't breaking to the ball, but you're just you can't make that throw. And then he even admits, after, yep, I threw those and I knew I should have taken back. Well, okay, great. So he just didn't do anything that
Welcome
inspired.
to the NFL.
At the end of the day, as hard as it is to say, but Gino's been in the league a long time. He's grown up a lot since he was a Jet. I mean, I laughed when we signed him. I'm like, we got the dude that's jaw was wired shut. Perfect. This is going to be a great addition to Seattle.
Here we go.
Okay. But last year when he filled in for Russ, he wasn't horrible. I mean, he wasn't great, but he didn't lose us any games.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It's the predicament we're in, and there was no quarterbacks we could really go after besides Baker. And I didn't need Baker Mayfield in Seattle.
Right.
We already got enough personalities. I didn't need to
I'll be honest. I'm surprised Seattle didn't go after Jimmy G.
Oh, well, I guarantee you we did, but he's San Fran, man. There's no way San Francisco's going to give us a quarterback.
Yeah.
Never in a million.
Not in the same division. That'd be like Kansas City giving us a quarterback. It's not going to happen.
This is not how it works. We try. I'm sure we gave a run at it, but at the end of the day, San Francisco is also one of the most intelligent organizations in the NFL, and they decided to keep him because there was nothing. Nobody was going to blow him away. So, it is what it is, and right now that's looking like a great plan. Everybody's like, oh man, they just need to release him, need to get this battle over, and Trey Lance did rookie things.
Yep.
So what? I'm thinking tonight. The weather looks good, the field looks good. I don't see any issues there. This morning I was chatting with some coworkers about the game who like to give me just poke the bear as many times as they can. But I told him, I said I could see Russ passing for 3 touchdowns and us getting 2 rushing touchdowns at the very least, 1 for Melvin, 1 for Javonte. But I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to see Russell unload that long ball to Cortland Sutton down the field. And another great matchup is going to be DK Metcalf versus Surtain. That is going to be a matchup to watch for sure.
Oh, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to see what DK does without Russ.
Right.
It's going to prove if he's our number 1 guy or not.
Exactly.
So it'll be interesting because that's what everybody was questioning about Devontae Adams. Right, was like, oh, Devontae's a beast, but he had A-Rod thrown to him the entire time.
Right.
And he showed out again,
Yeah.
Devontae's just as good as everybody thinks he is.
Right.
So I'm hoping DK does the same.
Yeah, no, Devontae Adams did, but A-Rod, Rodgers looked like garbage this weekend. Can we
he screwed me over in one of my leagues. Yeah.
Absolute garbage without Devontae Adams. Now, don't get me wrong. Devontae Adams balled out as a Raider, and I hate the fact that the Raiders even got him. But Carr is trash as well. He threw 3 interceptions. Come on.
Like we all say, right? It's week 1. Our job is never to overreact with week 1.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still going to say it. Fuck the Raiders. I don't care.
And, fuck the Raiders.
Well, yes. I'm with you there. That was one of my worst preseason football experiences was the Oakland Raiders versus Seattle Seahawks. And I had Raiders fans friggin' dragging rubber chickens, man, cussing at kids, man. It was unbelievable. Just savages. Raiders are savages. Week 1 of preseason we're talking about. You can't be that excited.
Yeah. No, and you brought up a good point. I wasn't going to bring this up to the end when I gave my score prediction, but it kind of is, and Cody, tell me if I'm off on this. Most teams, you don't overreact in the week 1 loss, right? It's week 1, plenty of season left. That's exactly how the Broncos would handle it. It'd be embarrassing. It would suck. It's like, we really wanted to beat those guys. We'd have some shit on our face for a couple weeks, but in a month, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to look back in that game and be like, how we're going to move on from that. For Seattle, though, I'm thinking this is their biggest game of the season. I mean, if they're able to pull something off tonight, again, knock on wood, because I don't want that to happen. But if that were to happen, I think this is a game that you guys are going to be, just riding the high on all season long. I'm almost thinking like you could lose the rest of your season out and be like, yeah, but we beat Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos, you know? So I don't know what you think about that, Cody. We might have lost Cody. Okay, Cody will be back in a second. We'll get his thoughts. What do you think about that, Rob?
Hey, you know what? I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, you know, we kind of have to see, you know. Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good? Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, we
Cody,
just
Cody back.
we just kind of have to see what happens. But Joey B says, who would pull off the better powder blue tuxedo? Kev, I gotta put my hat in the ring. I think I'd pull it off, even though I'm a little heavier. You know, I
could see you doing that.
Me all suited up, man. I look good.
I think so. I agree. Hey, Jermaine from Chicago. Glad you're here. Everybody who's here, please hit that share button for us. Post your score predictions. If you missed me saying this earlier at the beginning of the game, we do this every week. Post your score prediction and the Broncos win. And you're right. You will get a prize from us here at Orange Weekly. Just help us out and like send us a message and say, hey, I was right, with a screenshot of your score prediction that you posted before kickoff, obviously. But put those score predictions in, guys, and we'll give ours here at the end of the show. And don't forget about our halftime show. We will be live as soon as halftime starts for our halftime hash, so we can talk about the first half of the game. Okay, Cody, glad to have you back.
Yeah, I had to pay my electric bill. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. I do that all the time.
The McDonald's Wi-Fi, darn it.
Yeah.
Cody, just pay for internet. Stop stealing from McDonald's.
I mean, I'm just cheap, man. I gotta go to a Seahawks game when I go home, man. It's expensive. It's really expensive.
I'm sure. So I think I'm not sure how much you heard of what I was saying before, but
I got the tail end of it there where you're saying like this is a huge, like probably one of our biggest games of the year.
Yeah. So what do you think, man?
Not really. I mean, obviously we want to get the win against Russell, but at the end of the day, like we already know it's going to be a long season. So yeah, well this one will be the one we get hyped about the most because it's Russell's return and we want to smash him. But you know what I laugh at is right now we could be leading the NFC West with that dub.
Yeah, you could be.
You know, like Seattle. I mean, like the way Pete Carroll teaches, the way we go about everything, it's just 1 week at a time. And
my question is how many pieces of gum is Pete Carroll going to go through tonight? He's
going through. Let's see. He's going to be. We're going against Russell. It's going to be at least 2 buckets. 2 buckets of just chomping away. Because at the end of the day, too, like I mean, those two have had such a strained relationship for so many years now, like and so It's the same thing with like Belichick coming back to Brady. I mean, nowhere near that scale because they were way more successful. But I mean, at the end of the day, you look at the winning percentages for Russell, like he was unreal.
Yeah.
Being a Seahawks fan this season, I'm going to own stock in bourbon. Being a Seahawks, it could be painful, but I've been a longtime Seahawks fan, so I've been through some painful seasons in my life. I mean, I had John Kitna as a quarterback for a long time, so no, I'm looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to this game. And it's turning the chapter on it. A new thing. I mean, you guys went through it with moving on from Peyton, and it's a new chapter, and we'll see what happens. I like the players we still do have. I like to think we're like a quarterback away, and we'll see how the season progresses.
Okay. Yeah. Agreed. Hey, it's time for some ad reads here, guys. So bear with us. Coming up next, we're going to do some keys to the game for both the Seahawks and the Broncos. And I'm sorry, poor lead into these ad reads here, but I do want to talk to you guys about some really awesome earbuds. You may just say earbuds, what's the big deal, right? Well, I found these earbuds from Raycons, called Raycons Everyday Earbuds. I've been listening to a lot of some books, podcasts, especially if I'm trying to work out and run, whatever the case is. Really, it's been great. One reason to listen to all of these is because I use my Raycon wireless earbuds to do it. The Raycons Everyday Earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever. With optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit, these earbuds are so comfortable, they will not budge. Trust me. They give you 8 hours of playtime with a 32-hour battery life. They're priced just right. The quality audio you get for these is half the price, or is at half the price that you would get from those premium audio brands. So really, it's just no wonder why Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews. A couple of my favorite features that I think are really going to stick out with you guys as well. It has 3 customizable sound profiles. So if you're listening to, movies, or you're listening to books, or whatever the case is, you can customize that sound to really maximize the audio that you're getting from what you're watching or listening to. You also have noise isolation. So maybe if you're at work, you want to put them in and listen to some music or a podcast or something while you're working and cut down on some of that background noise, or you just want to focus in on what you're listening to, whether it's a book or something. It has those features already built in. So, those are just 2 of those awesome features that I'd definitely recommend you guys go check this out. So here's what you do to go get these. Go to buyraycon.com today and use code TPPN15. That's TPPN15 to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's code TPPN15 at buyraycon.com to score 15% off. Buyraycon.com, code TPPN15. Also, it's not too late to put in your bets before this game starts. So maybe you missed out on some bets yesterday. You're like, I really should have put that one in. It is not too late. The NFL's opening week was action-packed, and it's just getting started, and it's not over because tonight's game has to get going. Get ready for week 2 of touchdowns in addition to tonight's game. Also big plays and even bigger wins with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. This week, new customers can bet $5 on any football game and get $200 in free bets instantly. You want more action? Everyone can experience the thrill of DraftKings early win promotion. It's simple. This Sunday, week 2 Sunday, bet on any NFL team to win. If your team leads by 10 at any point during the game, you get paid instantly, even if your team loses. So here's what you do to get in on this. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code TPPN to get $200 in free bets instantly when you place a $5 bet on any football game. Again, that's promo code TPPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See the show notes for details. Okay, guys, thanks for sticking with me through that. Again, hit that share button. Post your score predictions because we're running out of time for that. But Cody, I'm going to hand it over to you for your first 1, 2, or 3 keys to the game that you have that you're looking for the Seahawks to do to win this game.
So
Cody, don't take my keys. Don't do it.
Don't take your keys. In order for us to win this ball game, we're gonna have to do 3 things. Obviously, 1, stadium's gonna be loud. We're gonna need all.
Hold on, David. Come on, man. I'm trying, dude.
David,
I like my beer. I get it.
Hey,
I'm trying,
Kevin,
man.
you read those ads so good. I'm gonna go get me a pair of Raycons, dog.
Yeah. Oh,
I love it.
David.
I love it. I said that, and David's like, bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's my buddy keeping it 100. My buddy's keeping it 100. He goes for walks. He goes for walks. He walks,
cough,
from
cough.
the car to the office.
It was hard, okay? I lost my breath getting there. Jeez.
Oh, man. I missed that. That's savage. Okay. So let's see. Seahawks 3 keys of the game for me. 1 is Lumen Field's got to be loud. We got to get as many false starts as we can get because this is going to be the first time Russ gets to experience Lumen Field on the other side. I mean, and we always say that that's our biggest advantage is the 12s. Second, we got to run the ball. I need Rashad Penny. I need Rashad Penny with 25 touches, 140 yards. I need some effort. We need to be able to run the ball and keep Russ off the field, and that's going to be tough against your defense, obviously.
Right.
Need to get a vape advertiser on the show. We all want to hear Rob read after a 12-pack of Bud Light.
Hey, I'll do an ad read every 12 beers. I don't give a shit.
And the third one is obviously just we got to do the best we can to not give up the deep ball. I have no problem letting you guys, Seahawks fans, booed Russ.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. See, I'm pretty district for a guy who bought him. Hey, I mean, come on. Think about LeBron left Cleveland after and they burned his jerseys. He's from there.
Yeah.
I mean, sports fans are passionate, man. For sports fans, all of them. it's a horrible thing. I've seen so many people just disrespect, legends of the game. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm very interested to see, at warm-ups what happens. I hope we cheer him on. I really do, but we'll see. But yeah, the only thing we got to try and do is keep the ball in front. Don't let Cortland Sutton burn us. And, hopefully get you guys to run the ball. Cause you guys are really excited about Javonte. I want to see what he does.
Okay.
We got a decent defensive front. We'll see how it goes. I like Puna Ford up front, and we'll see. Those are our three keys if we're gonna want to win this game.
I like it.
What about yours, brother? What are your three keys?
Before Rob, really quickly, Brad Smith. Brad, thanks for watching. Not only thanks for watching, but thanks for watching from Australia, man. That is just so freaking awesome. Whenever I see you pop up, and I know Orange Weekly is international. We got people listening in Australia, UK, people listening to our podcast in Japan. They might be military, but still, Japan, international. I'll take it.
Counts.
But yeah, counts. So Brad, definitely appreciate you tuning in. Okay, Rob, what you got, man?
All right, so my three keys are going to be, one, we gotta, keep Penny to as minimal yardage as possible. He's a big, strong runner, but I think our defensive line is up to the challenge. It's going to be a little difficult without Josie Jewell with the knee injury, calf injury out. But I think we have enough people that we'll be able to get that taken care of. Geno Smith, look, no disrespect, I'm not sweating Geno Smith. I'm sorry. I think Pat Surtain is going to hold DK Metcalf down. I think he's going to keep him up. Whoever phone is vibrating, for the love of God, stop.
Oh God, that's me. Sorry, my headphones are in.
I looked at my phone. I was like, how is your? I thought it was you, Rob. I was like, how is your phone staying so still when it's vibrating?
You know what? We're gonna chalk that up to a week one mistake. Okay,
all
it's
right.
week one for us here at Orange Weekly too. So,
but yeah, I think Pat Surtain keeping DK Metcalf held down is going to be key number two. Obviously. They still have Tyler Lockett, but if we can hold down Penny on the yardage, or we can hold down DK Metcalf on the long ball, I think the rest of the team will be able to hold down Lockett. But I'll tell you what, I just want to see Russ cook. I want to see Russ eat. I want to see Russ score, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. I like it. No, those are good guys. For me, I want to see them do all the things that they said they were going to do. And what I mean by that, the first one there is rely on the hot hand when it comes to the run game. That's what Hackett said, so I definitely expect them to be swapping out. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to swap out between Williams and Gordon early on in the game. But are they going to, when are they going to decide, who is the hot hand and, make that decision, right? And then what does that look like when it comes to the percentages of touches that they get from there on out? I'm going to expect that it's going to be Williams that gets the hot hand tonight. That's just a feeling I get. But who knows, after everything, and Gordon is in there saying, oh, I'm the number two. Okay. I'm going to go out there and really show out tonight and get the hot hand. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but definitely, I'm looking for the coaching staff to make that decision and be confident in their decision when they do. Number two, coaching in general. Yes, this is Hackett's first time coaching. And yes, he has said, it's just a regular game for, it's what I've already been doing more or less. You just have to talk to a couple more people throughout the week. But then once the planning is done, you're on autopilot. You just make your adjustments. Well, the adjustments you make in the regular season are way more important than the ones you make during the preseason. These ones matter, right? So what does that look like? How is Hackett's in-game management? That's definitely going to be a big one. From what I saw in terms of calling timeouts and clock management in preseason, that all looked fine during preseason. So I'm not too worried about that. It's more of, now that things matter, how do we go about making that all look and come together? So, and then I think the last one for me was really just going to revolve around the offense in general. We need to find a way to quiet the crowd down early. And what I mean by this is I did hear Orlando Franklin, if you all remember that name, talking earlier on the radio and saying, hey, when everyone talks about how loud the KC Stadium is. And I played in the KC Stadium 6 times and I never had a problem hearing in the huddle what the play call was, hearing any changes or, audibles that were called at the line of scrimmage. She's like, even though it was loud, I never had any problem hearing those things. When I went to Seattle, we had trouble even hearing the play call in the huddle, much less. He's like, there were times where I didn't even hear what the audible was. Being, in the offensive line, can you imagine being a wide receiver on the outside trying to figure out what the audible was, right? So we've got to find a way to quiet the fans down early and just play smart, solid football. If we get in a hole, we start getting penalties, and like what you said, Cody, trying to find a way to draw us off sides and everything early, that could really put us into a hole. We don't want to find ourselves down 10-0, 10-3, 13-3, whatever the case is, going into halftime. It's going to be loud. Russell knows that, but what has me concerned is Russell's never been on the other side of it. And so how is he going to manage it? It's good to expect it, but how is he going to manage it once he's there? So those are my three things. Just be smart, play good football, and don't do anything stupid. So,
yep. No, I agree. Go ahead, Rob.
No, go for it.
I was going to say, and I'm just excited to see right. I mean, how often do you get to see, we know Russell better than anybody, right? We've had him for the last 10 years. We know his tendencies. We know what he can do. And I can't wait to see a coaching staff plan against it, just like I do when any player moves on to a new team. Yeah. Because then you get to really see what that player is about. And, and I'm excited for it, to be honest. And, I hope, I know with everybody's got us, there's no chance. Hey,
there's always a chance.
I'll take, it's any given Sunday, except for today it's Monday.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And I won't be upset any which way, so I'm playing with house money because I'm starting my NFL season with Geno Smith.
There you go.
So any W is a W.
Hey, did y'all know that DK Metcalf only scored 12 touchdowns the whole season last year?
Only 12, yeah.
It's better
only
than
12.
That's it.
It's better than Jerry Jeudy last year.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm pretty sure that's more than. I'm pretty sure that's more than any of yours.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious.
So you say only, but compared to us, I wish we had a wide receiver that scored 12 touchdowns last year.
I thought he scored more. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the Seahawks. Man, how many push-ups does Kevin and Rob need to do? Cody, you make the call. Ooh. How many push-ups can you do?
In a row or total?
Yeah, no, in a row. In a row.
Okay.
Can you give me 20?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
right.
I can give you 20.
Like I'm talking we're talking PRT 90.
Oh yeah,
degree.
legit push-ups, not the girl.
Yeah,
no offense, not the girl push-ups.
No, not my push-ups.
This.
The Navy push-ups. No head.
You want the 90-degree bend in the arms, the straight back, none of the bowing. This is the push-up. Right.
I can do 20.
All right. So I gotta do. All right, is that?
That's fair.
Oh
if Broncos lose tonight, we'll record it and send you videos. 20 push-ups.
Ah shit. All right.
Oh shit.
This is what
Go Broncos.
Everybody else didn't join. See, Rob. So you're actually you're the real MVP. You came in to do push-ups.
Let's go. Well, I don't know. I got kicked out of the stupid stream. So Cody, you cut my internet. Damn it.
Oh man, sorry, bro. I told you. I'm cheap.
Hey Clayton, appreciate the stars, man. Hey, you guys can all, if you want to, send us some stars. We appreciate all the support. Honestly, you guys just watching the show and commenting is a huge support all in itself. So definitely appreciate you going above me on sending us some stars. And that's what I know. When there's a blank comment there, I know that means that you sent us something. So, dude, definitely appreciate your support. Definitely means a lot. Okay. Hey, everyone, this is your last chance to send in your score predictions. Again, last reminder, if your score prediction is right and the Broncos win, you can't bet on the Seahawks to win. I'm sorry. That's just not – it's the Broncos show. I can't do that. If your score prediction is right.
All right. Well, I got to bet on my team to lose. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I want something nice. Something nice.
The prize is Bronco swag and Orange Weekly swag. So
I'll take the Orange Weekly swag. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you that. But, yeah, so put your – I think Rob's trying to talk, but his internet's cutting out.
Yeah, it's just bad over there.
Put your score prediction in there. If you're right, send us a message, guys, and say, hey, my score prediction was right. Here's a screenshot, and we'll hook you up. There's just a ton of score predictions, that stuff for us to go through and track them all. So help us out. If you're right and you know you're right, send us a message on Facebook or wherever, Twitter or whatever, and we'll hook you guys up. So last chance, we're gonna go through and give our score predictions. Cody, I'm gonna have you go second. Rob, I'm gonna start with you, good sir. What do you think?
Can you hear me first of all?
Yeah, we're good now.
All right, perfect. All right, I'm going to say 28-14 Broncos.
28-14 Broncos.
I like it. Cody, over to you, bud.
I'm going to say 24-17 Broncos.
24-17 Broncos. Okay, a little bit of a closer game. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking 24-10 myself. With a very close game at halftime, I think the Broncos offense is really going to get going in the second half. I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos offense goes out there and goes 3-and-out. I wouldn't, because they didn't do a lot together during training.
And I don't know if you know this, but Russell is the slowest starter in the NFL.
Yep. So, hey, you know what? I'm going to have my Twitter feed up, and I'm just going to wait, because as soon as I don't want it to happen, but if we were to go 3-and-out, I bet you everyone's going to say, Russell Wilson, this sucks. Like, what are you doing?
I would take that
drive.
prop bet.
Calm down.
If you got time to say that the Broncos are going to go 3-and-out, take that prop bet.
Yeah,
Seattle has started many a game 3-and-out.
And then you end up winning many a game,
yes,
right?
So, exactly.
There you go. Okay, David, 31-10 Broncos. I'm not sure what that D word is. I think he meant to type Denver Broncos.
No, he definitely meant Denver. It's the Canadian translation. It's the Old English. It's the Queen's English.
Old English.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
that's right.
Yes.
Right.
In honor of the Queen. In honor of the Queen, he put in donkeys.
I know that, Cody. That's why he landed Sierra.
I know, Cody. That's why he landed Sierra. He's a slow starter. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Richie got us covered.
Yes. That's why we called him Mr. Sierra for a few years.
There you go.
Hey, I ain't mad at him. Good for him.
Hey, RG3 says he's predicting us to win 31-24. I ain't mad at it.
Hey,
RG3.
RG3. Right. Sweet. I like it. Okay, guys. Yeah, Terry, you got me covered, man. I was just about to say this. I will see you guys at halftime for the halftime hash. You're gonna get up at halftime. You're gonna check out. You're gonna check your phone. Everyone does it. You don't listen to the TV announcers. For halftime. Come on over here to Orange Weekly. We'll be live for the original live halftime show, so you guys can join us there. Cody, you're more than welcome to hop in with us as well.
I will join you, brother. I will. Perfect. I will not leave you. I will not leave you lone soldier in it tonight.
Sounds good.
I will come and maybe I might be taking my medicine, or I might be giving out shots, baby. We'll see.
What? Plus, it's halftime. Who knows what's going to happen in the second half? So whatever the case is, we'll see.
Yep.
Hey, FYI, Booger McFarland is the only one that said that he's taking Seahawks to win the game.
Well, somebody has to. Two names their kid Booger.
Just
really?
saying.
It had to be Booger, though? Damn.
That says something. They're like, somebody has to pick the Seahawks. And, your name's Booger. We're going to have you do it. So.
Oh, man.
Kev, you know what time it is, brother.
Yeah.
It's time. It is time to get ready, guys. We're 15 minutes away from kickoff, whether you're watching the Manning cast or the original broadcast on ESPN. Enjoy the game, guys. We'll see you at halftime. Cody, thanks for joining. Rob, thanks for hopping on from the bar. Definitely appreciate you guys being here. Everyone who's been watching, appreciate your support. Again, we are here for the long haul for the season. Things are up. Check out our podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, wherever you listen to your podcast. Check out all our shows, all of our content. We got a ton of stuff for you guys. So I'll tell you more about it later at halftime.
These guys are killing the game. Absolutely love watching these guys. So whenever they let me tag along, I thoroughly enjoy riding these guys' coattails, because these guys know football. Awesome conversations. Happy to be a part of it. So.
Thanks, Cody. You're always welcome here, man. Always welcome. Hey guys, Cody, I don't know if you want to be a part of this tradition, but we always end our show.
I will.
On a very strong Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Let's go, everyone.
Do what I like, yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, if it's right, and I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow, cause I know I'm the show, in the zone, here I go.